Good evening, I am Kittey Clash, also known as Morgan J, and today I'm going to be continuing on Deltarune Chapter 5. Do be aware I'm pretty far along in the chapter, so if you are wanting to avoid spoilers, you might want to go to YouTube and watch like my first VOD from this series, I guess. But right now I am against who I presume is probably going to be the chapter's final boss, unless like Toby pulls something like tricky. I am against Flowery. And I have been told by my friends that supposedly if you keep dying over and over in one PlayStation, it's supposed to get easier. So fingers crossed, if I like play this a lot tonight, maybe I'll eventually beat him. Hello, Rosemary XOXO. Flowery time. Yes. I took a break from streaming yesterday, so I've had a little bit of time to be not frustrated with this. Okay, let me pull the chat up on my phone so I can read this easier without getting distracted. Yeah, it gets easier with each death and it's already been patched. Nice! Nice. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I saved after fighting him ever though, so we may or may not get some of the dialogue again. I'm not sure. And this is my inventory. I have a tree cake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green tea, and 2 Shika-Colas. And a version 1.0 fight was really fun as someone who loves difficulty in these games, but even I can admit it was too much. Yeah, especially if you consider that there are a lot of more casual players, and it's like a mandatory fight versus like an optional one. So for Chris, I have the Aqua Knife. I went with the Aqua Knife because I didn't get the Roaring Knight item on this playthrough. And so I thought I might need a better item, like a better weapon for Chris at some point. And then wait, no, I don't want that on you. Okay, we're gonna like, I want to switch the green ribbon out for, because I usually don't have Susie defend. I usually have, if someone's defending, it's usually Chris, because oftentimes Susie or Ralsei will have different S actions. And so if I'm defending, it's most likely going to be with Chris. And so I think I want to put the green apron on them, because that gives me extra stuff when I defend. Susie has the Justice Axe. It gave me that at the start of the chapter for some reason. And 2 Netski hats. And Ralsei has the Scarf Mark, the yellow hat, which is supposed to make spells more effective, and I figure he's the one who I mostly have using magic, because I don't usually do attacking in this one unless it was like chapter 4 boss or it was required. And so I figure I'm not really using Rude Buster, so Susie's magic stat doesn't matter, so it's better to put it on Ralsei. And a red ribbon. Oh, Rosemary XOXO says, like, the night was amazing because it wasn't necessary, but making the mandatory final fight like that was a decision. Yeah. Wait, it just hands out the Justice Axe even without Gerson fight? So I did fight him on this playthrough, but I lost. Like, I fought him pretty far, like multiple times, but I kept dying and I gave up. So I don't know if it's a situation where you have to actually fight him for him to give it to you, or if he just gives it to everyone. I don't know what the requirements are or aren't for this. I just know I fought him, I gave up, and on this save file, it gave me it. You're going to have to check that in a bit now, because that's interesting. Chris, Susie, Ralsei. So you finally made it. The fountain's just a step away now. Come here. Oh my, I might actually have to redo his dialogue then. Fate should say we are destined to fight. But I believe in you 3. I believe you have the power to change that fate. So, will you use it? Or will you prove your fantasy stronger than ours? Oh, also, did you clock that Flowery is using the other half of the Ronald McDonald sample that Flowery used in Undertale? No? Is that like a music motif thing? So, you made up your minds. Listen, since the beginning, we were love. Your father grew us a rainbow bouquet of 7 flowers as a proposal to your mother. Flowers that were only supposed to live for 1 smiling day. And yet, he did not let us go. He kept us alive alongside his love. Every day, he watered us. He talked to us. He sang his dreams to us. And each day, we wished we could do something in return. His friends grew sick, and his friend. Oh, this is referring to Rudy. Okay. His friend grew sick, and we could do nothing. His money ran out, and we could do nothing. His family left him, and we could do nothing. And yet he still cared for us. Weak, useless flowers. Flowers that could do nothing in return. And now, our time has come for flowers to be the heroes and build a world where all his kindness may be repaid. Chris, this is your final chance. If you really believe your world is better, then stand against us. My recruits! I don't think it's fair that he gets recruits too. Like, this is game breaking. Flowery cheats. Rosemary XOXO says, oh no, the talking sound for Flowey is from an old Japanese McDonald's commercial, and Flowery is the second half of that same line from the same commercial. That is amazing. That is freaking amazing. I will have to look that up later. Just like Sans uses a slowed down Patrick sound. Oh my gosh. And Kaka, my beloved. Aw. My recruits.
Lend me your power!
Lend me your power! All right, Chris, if you want to prove your worth, charge up your bravely colored heart. Okay, what do I do here again? Oh, that's right. This is Bravery Soul. Chris, press and release Z to dash. Tapping it works too. Oh, this is gonna wear out my hands after a while. Okay, actually, that's part of why I kind of gave up on Saturdays. Like, it was killing my hands to be pressing, like, repeatedly like that for too long. Defend with Chris. S action with Susie. R action with Flower. With Ralsei on Flowery. And Susie gives her all, TP increased. Ralsei gives us all, TP increased. You know, I had wanted you to meet the other flowers, to see how wonderful they all are. I still don't know how the lily pad mechanic works, and that really hurts me later on. Oh, Rosemary XOXO says, honestly, if I could make Deltarune better, I would replace Ralsei with green and Susie with Kaka. I love Ralsei. He's like my favorite. I would not replace him. That would make the perfect fun squad lineup for you. You know, I'm glad Flowery let us meet all the other flowers, especially green. Yeah, green's nice. Green's really chill. The lily pads require you to be fully charged. Okay. I engaged in a perfect pose. It was highly effective. If everyone could just be friends, you might turn over a new leaf. Okay, what I'm thinking is basing that off of sound instead of sight seems to help me a little bit with the timing. You love our current fun squad, don't get me wrong, but Kaka and Green are just the perfect friends ever. They are nice. Okay, let's go away. You made Flowery's hair blow beautifully. But I see your hearts are set in stone. Your world, your fountain is more important than ours. Yeah, because I kind of run into the issue that if we bring everyone to Asgord's house, it's gonna start causing questions. Like, people are gonna start accusing him of being a thief. Flowery blooms and bravery. Blow away. You made Flower's hair blow beautifully. Heh, you think that's gonna stop me? You're not the only one that can act. No, we're becoming, like, pacified. Sorry, that's a spell. We're being mercied. I won't lose. My friends are behind me. Seth, remember the patterns I taught you? Heh, I improved them. Watch. Whoops. Flower's friends Aqua and Seth appeared. Whoops. Okay, let's defend on you and use an item on Ralsei. Probably gonna be green tea. Oh, Rosemary XOXO says, plus the dark world in such an accessible spot would be noticeable. Like, imagine if you went to your local flower store and suddenly were in Japan. I think that might actually bring Asgore more business. Maybe that would be a good business opportunity.
Aqua, let's play knife cutting game. Wee-hee-hee, it's always so fun.
Oops. Okay, we dodged that okay. Flowery shows Aqua how to safely hold a knife. That's good.
Everyone spins. Asgore, play, play.
Just gotta get smarter for Asgore. Confound it, why do you keep hitting Ralsei first? We hit Chris first. Chris has the best defense. Flowery shows Seth how to be more confident. Okay, we are going to use probably a Chica Cola. And then we're also going to have a green tea used on Ralsei.
This is our dream. Ooh, nightmare, nightmare.
Okay, Flowery looks down at Aqua and Seth proudly. Okay, let's spin Z. Orange, be brave. It's your turn.
Flowery, big bro, they won't beat our combo.
Okay, we somehow survived that. Flowery's little sister Orange and kitchen partner Green appeared. Oh, the beef between Ralsei and Flowery definitely goes both ways with how hard he's targeting Ralsei. Yes! It's so rubbish. Okay, let's use our last Chica Cola.
Green, how about a $999 tip?
What? Okay, Orange rides on Flowery's fist as they punch together. Okay, we're gonna do the praise at Z, I think. Oh, I'm so glad Susie's Kiss the My Ass apron made its grand return from chapter 3. Everyone praises Flowery. Asgore, if I'm courageous, you'll be proud of me, right? Okay. Great. We can't praise now. Okay, we are going to use our green tea on one of y'all. Wait, no, we're gonna use the tree tank. Does getting hit lose me TP? Why won't you lose? Don't cry, Orange. Tears are for our wedding's day. Okay, Flowery looks at Orange and Green proudly. Praise. Everyone praises Flowery.
Blue. We know, Flowery. We're here to play our part.
Okay, Flowery's sparring partner. Okay.
Yellow. Tonight, justice rides together. You got it, partner.
I don't know why sometimes it counts as the enter hitting and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, Justice. Since both of you... Oh, before it made me have to have both of them up. Sorry, Ralsei. It made me have to have Chris and Ralsei up before. It wouldn't let me do it with Ralsei passed out. But now it's letting me do it with both Chris and Ralsei. Sorry, with Chris only with 100% TP, which is very helpful because it is really hard to keep them all alive. Hopefully I survive the next attack because we have one player at 48 HP and the other two at 1. Rosemary XOXO says, I know this is such a nothing detail, but I have been wondering why Blue's flowers were blue in this attack and you couldn't hit them, but it's because like in the spam team fight, it has to be blue to get shot. Oh, so it's kind of like the Pacifist? But how do we attack it? Like, are we able to shoot it?
Enough with this act! I'm finishing this! Let me prove, without a doubt, Lowry isn't as innocent as he behaves. Susie and Chris were jailed illegally.
Hangs from the wall, metal cuff, has a bite taken out of it, moss, a prisoner wears it, prison cloth. I want to use the moss because the moss tastes good.
This moss was their prison food. Innocent people don't belong behind bars.
Take that!
Since when are thieves innocent? This petal feather, you stole it from the shrine. Aqua, it was a gift. Since when was it hers to give away? Too bad. Looks like it's back to jail for. I did it. All of it was my idea.
Ralsei, you're taking the blame, but I don't think this was your fault.
Chris, Susie, I'm sorry. Finish it without me.
No! We're jailing Ralsei. Ralsei's a good person. He doesn't deserve to be jailed. Not bad, Raleigh. I really, really freaking hate how Flowery keeps like using the wrong name for Ralsei on purpose every single time. But it didn't get your friends any closer to the dark fountain. Oh. Rosemary XOXO says yeah, and Yellow shoots it. No, not us. Yellow does. Oh! That makes more sense. Okay, I'm too busy looking at like the trying to dodge part of the screen that I don't even notice what's happening on the right side of the screen. Crazy enough, that's the only right option, lol. Wait, if you don't get the moss, is that, like, are both of the other options wrong if you don't get the moss? Your Honor, it was all Spamton's fault. See, he's in my pocket right now. Take him. I don't have a Spamton. I didn't find him on this playthrough, so if there's actually an option to use the deal maker, then I can't do that. Yeah, moss is the only correct one. That's messed up because is the moss actually required or is that optional to, like, eat? But it didn't get your friends any closer to the dark fountain. Enough, Chris. I don't need a trial to expose the truth. We've watched you since you were a child, and I know that you've changed. I don't know what your plans are, but if they involve Asgore, this is as far as you go. Feel it, smell it, the power of flowers.
We lost. get a chance. You're earlier than 100 years to beat me. Now beat like a tree and leave. Your time's over. Damn it, we wasted those items. Huh? Green? You cooked back up all the items we used? You're the best, Green. Chris, you're not holding back, are you? We can beat him this time. I know it. Let's go.
I'm not holding back, I'm just bad at this. Oh, Yamask is the only correct one. No, I just want to blame anyone besides Ralsei. And then the emoji is like a little crying emoji. I wonder if that's Ralsei calling out Chris for holding back against the knight. Oh, that's a good point. Flowery faces you. So we need to defend. S action, magic, R action. Here, let me start over. Maybe, just maybe, this time you'll listen. Chris. Okay, we know that already. Pose easy. You know, I had wanted you to meet the other flowers, to see how wonderful they all are. If everyone could just be friends, you might turn over a new leaf. I think this is all old dialogue at this point, so I probably don't have to repeat that. Play! Just gotta get smarter for Asgore. Spins. Okay, that one is tough. Oh, the words in Seth's attack are still so evil. They're stuff like family and guy, but also image and friend? Oh. That's concerning. Yeah, it's just going to repeat until after the Justice Act. Okay. Why won't you lose? Okay, we're down to green teas.
Blue. We know, Flowery. We're here to play our part.
Problem is, it doesn't work half the time. Okay. Susie, you're dead. That's fine. We're just gonna have to deal with that. Okay, justice. Oh, but after the trial, it's just going to be Chris and... Yeah, I'm gonna die on the first hit again. Because Chris has too low HP. Yeah, sometimes it's just trying to get Ralsei alive to be able to do the act. If Ralsei's dead, do I need him? Like, should I just focus on only keeping Susie alive? This one's already over. Okay.
You're not gonna let him say that, are you?
Okay. Switch out the yellow hat for another red ribbon. Ralsei, if you die over and over, it's fine. We're putting... Wait, the yellow hat doesn't even have as good defense? Apron, let's switch this out with her hat. Let's... Okay, Susie has, like, dies the most for me. That does more magic, though. Okay. Yeah, let's put the hat back on Ralsei. It's like I have the best defensive items I can on all of them. Oh, I need Ralsei alive to act. Confound it. Does anything bad, like, does it screw up my pacifist run if I just attack him? Like, is that an option? Like, without spoiling it for me, can I attack him? You can try. Susie used Rude Buster.
Heh, so that's it? You're just gonna cut me down? No, that's not the way we're gonna... Susie! 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 Why do you have to ruin this for me? Why? Why? I just want to attack him. He's so annoying.
He's a pain to beat, and he's just like so annoying and mean to Ralsei. I just want to beat him to a bloody pulp. Why won't you let me? No, that's not the way we're gonna beat you.
Aren't you supposed to listen to Chris, Rally? You're already going to lose. Let me beat you my way.
So we can't even attack them? What's the point of giving Chris a good weapon if we can't even use it? Oh, not just Susie. Your favorite is also gonna do you dirty. Confound it! Ralsei! Why'd you have to be such a good influence? Beat you my way. Whatever you say, Rally. Susie and Ralsei cannot fight anymore. If everyone could just be friends, he might turn over a new leaf. Okay, but can I fight? Like, is Chris allowed to fight him? Susie gives her all. No, that's not the way we're gonna beat you. But I see your hearts are set in stone. Your world, your fountain is more important than ours. My allies are mean to me. Flowery blooms in bravery. For the first time since chapter 1, I felt like my choices actually didn't matter, and I mean that in a good way. My teammates are being mean. They're not letting me kill him. I wanted to attack him this entire chapter, and they won't let me? I am so mad right now. I'm so mad right now. Imagine that. A branch where we didn't have to fight. We could even call it a pacifist route, which I was doing until I had to fight you. And now I want to go non-pacifist, but it won't let me. My teammates won't let me. Flowery emits the fragrance of hope. Beginning to think I should have gone for Seth's glasses as one of my items instead of the knife. Heh, you think that's gonna stop me? You're not the only one that can act. Oh, you love how the anime flower guy has made both the player and Ralsei lose their cool? Yeah! The only one who hasn't is frickin' Susie. Ralsei's dead again. Flowery shows Aqua how to safely hold a knife. Spins. Friend, hook. Okay, we need to go heal Ralsei again. Ralsei likes to die on me. A Flowery looks on at Aqua and says proudly. item on Ralsei. He keeps dying. Is this just based on who's left alive? Like, is who you get to start the trial with just based on who's alive? 100? Justice.
What? An accusation again? If you want to believe things can change, prove it on your side, Sprinkles. Enough, Chris. I don't need a trial to expose the truth. We've watched you since you were a child, and I know that you've changed. I don't know what your plans are, but if they involve Asgore, this is as far as you go. Feel it, smell it, the power of flowers.
Defend and use an item on Susie.
That's not like you, Chris.
Susie's idea. You listen to Susie's idea.
Chris, I just noticed from what flower you said, but the flowers we're on stopped going up a while ago. If you want to get to the Dark Fountain, we gotta find another way. Got it? Hey, Flowery! Asgore's falling over there! Old buddy? Chris, this is it. Go!
Please let there be a safe spot. You almost got past me for a second there.
But wake up, Chris. I can never lose to you. Because I'm not alone.
Oh no.
Watch and learn, Chris. The true power of friendship.
With your powers combined. Omega Flowery. Flash. Sharona. 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 Sharona.
Thank you for giving me back my HP.
It finally let me attack him? I hesitated. Why? It's not right. We have to defeat you. We have to. Get up. What are you doing? Asgore? Asgore,
You're attacking their child. You are attacking Asgore's child. He's not going to be happy seeing this.
Hasgor, Chris, my God, are you all right? Flowery, didn't you say they went home? I thought if they wanted to prove. How could I have let this happen? I was so obsessed with finding out about the Dark World. I didn't make sure you were. Max? This is a comedy, not a tragedy. Get up, you two. Chris! Thank goodness you're okay. But this does raise questions about, like, dying in the Dark World. Because we know usually you can heal, except when Noelle does specific things. So, like, that's a little bit confusing. Like, if you just died like that, and Chris came back to the to the light world from the Dark World like that, would they be injured or not? Chris, I think I owe you an apology. Not just you, but everyone as well. Chris, ever since that horrible day, I've only blamed myself for what happened. All I ever wanted was to prove it wasn't my fault. To make sure that it would never happen again. That it was all because of this. The Dark World. But now that I'm finally here, it makes me realize how pointless that all was. None of you ever blamed me. None of you ever said it was my fault. Even so, seeing the aftermath of my failure made my self-hatred consume me. One that ultimately drove your mother away. I thought if I could just prove I was right, it would fix everything. But even when I finally found that proof I wanted, I still failed to protect you. Chris, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not realizing sooner. When Azriel comes home, I would love to see the both of you together. Even without your mother, if she prefers. I'm glad he's finally found a place of self-acceptance. And, Chris, I'm immensely proud of you. It seems that while I wasn't looking, you've become courageous, wise, and made many wonderful friends. Chris, it's your time now. End this dream, won't you? But wait! Hasgor! What about the diner? What about skateboards? Flowery, you do know I was just playing along, right? My only goal was to find the truth. If anything, your actions toward me made me realize, well, how it feels to receive such unasked for affection. Asgore, you're gaining self-growth. I'm so proud of you.
I'm not the only one who dislikes Flowery. How it feels to receive such unasked for affection. You didn't actually like my mixtape? Well, I did. It was, well, very thoughtful. At times, you seemed like a really lovely person. All of you did. But Hezgor, listen, this world, it's perfect for you. I've seen how alone you are. You want to go back? Flowery, even if I wanted to, I couldn't stay. Why? Back in the real world, my shop is waiting. It's not right to leave it empty. Someone has to take care of the flowers. That's right, they'd wither away and die if Asgore wasn't tending to them. Can't argue with that, old buddy. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. Okay, Rosemary XOXO said, for the first time since chapter 1, I felt like my choices actually didn't matter, and I mean that in a good way. I love how the anime flower guy has made both the player and Ralsei lose their cool. Okay. So I think I'm caught up on chat then. Can I continue further from here? Well then, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Nothing there. Oh dear. To all 7 flowers. Oh no. Aqua?
Ooh, I don't really get it, but playing together was fun. Let's play again soon. Thank you for watching my dream.
It's a flower. Green wanted to be a chef and know the flavor of many foods. Thank you for watching their dream.
I wanted to have courage and fight to protect what I loved. Was I brave? You'll say I was brave, right? Thanks for watching my dream.
That's really touching.
Sounds silly now, but I just wanted to be a cowboy. Well, was I a good one, Blue? Thanks for watching my dream.
I wanted to move, to feel, to know love in my limbs. But even if it ends, love will always continue. Thank you for watching our dream. And Seth.
Well, I still could. I wanted to know everything. Of course, in the end, I couldn't really be the genius I wanted, but I'd still like to think I learned a whole lot. Thank you for watching my dream.
I think that's everything in this room. All 7 of our flower friends.
Then, flowers next.
Done already? I didn't really know what to say. Guess there's no do-over, huh?
Then, flowers next.
Flowers have dreams too.
The darkness let us fantasize.
The darkness let us fantasize a higher form of consciousness. A dream's
our dreams. It's time this capricious reverie came to an end. Chris, the fountain is waiting for you. This dream was always set to end. Even if we defeated you, we knew that flowers left in darkness will perish. But if we could give Asgore a glimpse of a perfect world, it would make up for everything he had done for us. After all, we weren't supposed to live more than a single day. They lived today. This was a single day, basically. This dream was always set to end. Even if we defeated you, we knew that flowers left in darkness will perish. But if we could give Asgore a glimpse of a perfect world, it would make up for everything he had done for us. After all, we weren't supposed to live more than a single day. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Flowers are ephemeral. We can't take them with us. Oh, wow. I do wonder, how does Ralsei get back to Castletown? Like, what is he made of? I thought he was the knife, but that theory got disproven by, because if you have, like, the objects, like if you get Spampton, you get, like, the deal maker, I think, like, he literally transforms out of the deal maker to be himself. And so Ralsei can't be the knife because in the fight with Aqua, the first fight with Aqua, when you check Aqua, she comments on Chris having a knife, like a hidden knife. And so because of that, Ralsei can't be the knife. He can't be the theory that I had this entire time. So I don't know what Ralsei is. Like, I really want to know what Ralsei is because my theory was disproven this chapter. What are you waiting around for? We said goodbye. That means goodbye. The flowers back home, they were my wedding bouquet. I kept taking care of them all this time, but from now on, I'm going to do it for my own sake. Did you want to say something? Chris, don't worry. After we get back, we can tell the mayor about everything we saw. I know she'll do everything she can to help. The more people are safe from this, the better. And also, if you have both Chris and Susie as witnesses, in addition to Asgore, that's 3 witnesses now. And one of them is an adult. So they are way more likely to be believed, especially now that Undyne's mysteriously missing. The more people are safe from this, the better. Ralsei, Chris's other friend. What's he gonna think of Ralsei? Because they're both boss monsters. So I think Asgore's interpretation of him is probably gonna be like the most accurate, and he'll be able to tell if Ralsei actually looks like Asriel or not, or if we're just all being speciesist. Chris's other friend. It's strange. At a glance, they look a bit like Asriel. But the longer you look, the harder it is to tell if they're a monster at all. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wanna hear that again. Ralsei, even if they look that way, Chris accepts them. I hope they realize they don't have to hide themselves. Oh. That's interesting. For a multitude of reasons, they don't have to hide themselves. Ralsei, this might not be Ralsei's true form. But it could also be like just as plain and simple and straightforward as they don't have to hide themselves behind a hat. It's okay if they look like this. It's okay if they look vaguely like Asriel. It's fine. They don't have to hide themselves. They don't have to wear the hat. And it's also interesting that Asgore is referring to Ralsei by they them pronouns, because like there is this theory that the horns were like
that the missing horns might be Ralsei. And that would like really tie Ralsei into Chris even further. But it could also just be that Asgore is using they them pronouns because he doesn't know Ralsei's true gender identity because he hasn't talked to him like hardly at all. So I don't know. There's just multiple ways you can interpret this like dialogue. Did you want to say something, Ralsei? Even if they look that way, Chris accepts them. I hope they realize they don't have to hide themselves. Chris? Chris, I'm sorry. I can't say that enough. But you've grown up a lot, haven't you? When your brother finally comes home, I can't wait to see how proud he'll be of you. Susie, we were both worried, Chris, that Azriel was going to end up your only friend. But it seems that you've met someone rather wonderful. Not only has she fought by your side through danger, but she also seems to have an interest in flowers. Susie, feel free to bring her by anytime, Chris. I'll give her a free snapdragon. Oh, is it because she looks like a lizard? Like, you think she'd like it? Oh, no, it's probably because of her personality. Like, she's very snappy sometimes. Like, if you don't know her very well, she's very quick to the punch. I'll give her a free snapdragon. Feel free to bring her by anytime, Chris. I'll give her a free snapdragon. Chris, I'm sorry, I can't say that enough. But you've grown up a lot, haven't you? When your brother finally comes home, I can't wait to see how proud he'll be of you. Okay, so I really want, like, Azriel to meet Ralsei. That's something I really want to see. I think that's all the dialogue here. We had our nostalgia. Wait, he has more dialogue there. We had our nostalgia. It's time to move on. Okay. Let me clear my nose and get a sip of water before I continue through the dark fountain. This is like making me kind of like sad. This part is like very, I guess like nostalgic. It's like saying goodbye. Even though like I'm not the biggest fan of Flowery, I did like the other flowers. And like some things in life are ephemeral and that's sad. Oh no, does Asgore know in the light world what happened to Rudy? Like, he disappeared before Noelle got that phone call. He doesn't know what happened to his best friend. Oh dear. Seal the fountain? Not yet. I can't go back. Yes. Nothing more to explore. It was as if your very soul was glowing. I wonder what happens next. This isn't another boss fight, is it? Because I don't have any healing items left, and there wasn't a save point to save after the Flowery fight. So if this is another boss fight, we are in major trouble. Hey! Why are we still here? No. This isn't the roaring, is it? Like, this isn't a situation where someone else made another dark fountain within a dark fountain again, like in chapter 4, right? Like, we don't have another giant titan thing, right? No. Someone just made a second fountain. And that someone just kidnapped Dad. Hey! Leave it to me! You think you can outspeed a flower? That's right, Flowery gave himself 999 stats and everything, so he should be able to deal with this fight. He just like appeared behind a light post. What? Leaving so soon?
You're not the only one that can start a battle. Some enemies showed up.
Oh my goodness. He has 999 HP. This sounds about right. That's right. He mentioned earlier on, or was it? No, it might not have been him. I think it was Ralsei, like pointing out that he had like maxed out his stats or something, and like Ralsei was being like very spiteful about it. Some enemies showed up.
Try running away now. Flowery spared Floridin. Looks like it's just you and me. Take this. Ooh, ha! Hey, how did you like my Girona?
I hate that catchphrase so much. What is a Girona? Someone tell me what a Girona is. Is this just an attack? Heh, how did you like my Girona?
You can ignore my face statistics?
Oh, they're fake. That's interesting.
You can ignore my fake statistics? Heh, who needs stats anyway? I've got a bouquet of moves where that came from. Seems like you still don't get it. Nothing is stronger than a flower's dream.
Determination is, though. Determination's stronger than a flower's dream. Oh no. Is Flowery dead in the light world? Like what can happen to Tenna?
Flowery!
Miss?
Flowery! Flowery! Say something!
He's got golden flowers growing out of him. Really? You know, your magic can't heal this. So, why?
Because I have to try, you know? Flowery! Flowery, are you okay?
I'm fine, princess. I just need a little water. Susie doesn't like it when people lie to her. Damn it. Flowers really are useless, aren't they? They sit around looking beautiful, then they wither away. Now our caretaker is gone, and
We'll take care of you. Give you light and water and stuff. And then we'll go and get Asgore back.
Susie, how sweet you are. Everyone, listen carefully to me. Us plants are neither darkeners nor lighteners. We are living beings that take on new consciousness in the dark. We can feel things others can't understand. Something horrible is stirring underneath the town. A darkness beyond your imagination. Susie, Chris, the road ahead of you is draped in shadow, but I know you can do it as long as you stay together. You two have the inner light that can save this world. I just wish I wasn't so useless. I think that's a feeling that Ralsei should be able to relate to heavily, since he's like a darkener and his purpose is to have use to the lighteners. And also I think beneath the town, that's probably referring to the bunker, or at least that's my interpretation. I just wish I wasn't so useless.
You aren't useless, Flowery. Having something to take care of. gave Asgore purpose, too. Just being a flower, that's enough for him. Rally. You're not half bad yourself. You know that? Maybe in another life, we could have been friends? It's cut. You two. Go seal the fountain, okay? I'll stay here.
All right.
A flower torn in half. A flower torn in half. He just had to go and be dramatic, didn't he? Idiot. Chris, please go seal the fountain.
It always looks weird with just the two of us here. Like it's off balance somehow. Like we're meant to be 3 and not 2. Chris. Just seal it.
Glass is broken too. Flowery! Chris, stay here. I'm gonna find something to help. Let's explore the room. It's too dark to look closely. Papers. Looking closely, it's not just receipts. But you never liked looking closely. It's too dark to read in more detail. It's too dark to look closely. It's too dark to look closely. It's too dark to look closely. It's too dark to look closely.
Oh my gosh. TV, it's turned face down. On top of it is an anime style comic. I think the anime style comic is where Mew Mew Kissy Cutie 2 like came from, right? Is that where the body came from? Or maybe it's actually like, I don't know. It might be more tangible though, I don't know. But if I had to guess, either this or the action figure in the car outside is probably like Pink's body. Or Mad Dummy's body? The one that Mad Dummy is possessing. I don't really know how, like that's kind of complicated. Like it's like 2 souls in one body. That's convoluted and hard for me to wrap my brain around.
It's too dark to look closely. It's too dark to look closely. It's too dark to look closely. Pink, fuzzy bedsheet.
Can I go outside? It's not the right way. It's not the right way. But I think the line about us not liking to look closely, that's really interesting. Is the TV turned upside down so that way we would get like another antenna? Like I'm curious why the TV was turned upside down on purpose. Like that had to have been intentional, like an intentional choice.
It's a broken container for a golden flower. You dug through the soil. In the soil were two things. One, a packet of seeds from the golden flower. They are covered in warning labels. Oh. Is it a flower that's poisonous if you eat it? They are covered in warning labels. You took the seeds. The second thing was a piece of paper. On the piece of paper was a code. It says, shelter. You gripped the paper, and with both hands began to tear it to... Chris! Hey, I got tape. Help him out a sec. Hey, is that... It's a bit ripped, but I can still read it.
Chris, why are you trying to stop this? Thank you, Susie, for coming in like clutch here.
It's a bit ripped, but I can still read it. 0915199X.
September 15th, 1990 something. September 15th, 1990 something. That's interesting. I wonder what that's like a reference to. Is that an anniversary of some sort or someone's birthday? September 15th, 1990X. Okay, I am going to like write this down in notepads, that way I remember. 0915199X. Okay.
Chris, we got another code. Hey, don't just stand there. Tape him up.
I don't think he's gonna survive taped up, but... Oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh. I love how Susie put blue and yellow together because, like, the two of them had a very close relationship with one another. And, like, those two are just the perfect flowers to share a glass case.
Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to share for now. Oh, yeah. I should explain. Before we sealed the first fountain, Flowery talked to me and told me that Asgore used to be the police chief.
Wait, when were the two of them alone? Was this when I was unconscious?
And told me that Asgore used to be the police chief and still had his shelter...
Oh my gosh.
And still had his shelter code buried in flowery soil. He told me not to tell anybody about it, but... Guess he told you too, huh?
Were we digging through it for that reason, or was it just because we have to explore everything? Did Chris know what was there? Like, did Chris for sure know what was there?
Guess he told you too, huh? Anyway, let's get out of here. Fast.
I love how blue and yellow are together now. I'm happy for them. It's too dark to read in more detail. It's too dark to look closely. It's too dark. It won't let me through there.
Back to reality again, huh? Chris, we couldn't stop them. How much longer are they gonna keep taking more people? And how much longer are those people gonna be safe?
Oh, the action figure from back here is gone, right?
Chris. I know this probably isn't good timing. Maybe it's actually the worst timing, but... Would you mind walking me home? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Chris.
I love how the music immediately shifts. Like from being very nighttime spooky sounds to just we're at peace since Susie is here. Can I talk to Metaton? I don't know where Susie lives.
The two of us don't need to go there, right? Let's go. Hey, we gotta go.
Okay, there's nothing there then. I don't know where you live, Susie.
Hey, the lights are still up. Kinda... Nah, it's not time for that, right? Nah, it's not time for that, right?
Okay, so we can't go to Noelle's.
That's not what I meant. Thanks, but...
Wait, what?
Don't worry about me staying over for a while.
Aw. I want you to stay over, though. Susie, can I sleep over at your house, then? I don't want to be alone right now.
Don't worry about me staying over for a while. So, about what I wanted to say. It's like, you know...
Personal? I sees pizza, evolution of hungry man's life. Wait, I don't remember it saying that last time. Evolution of hungry man's life. I don't quite know where you live, Susie. But let's explore everywhere until we find where you live. Sands. Pyrus. That's right, their apartment's down that way, so let's not go there yet.
I guess you and me make a pretty good team, right? I've just been thinking about that. Thinking about us.
Can we go back to the school?
Since that day in the closet. Since our first adventure. Kind of feels like all this has been our special Chris and Susie thing. Our thing no one can take away. Our secret. Our adventures. Our thing that's just better. If it's just the two of us. You feel the same way, right, Chris? Yeah.
Wait, we can't explore anywhere else in town then. Because Susie's home is here, not here. Confound it, I should have explored more. Out in town, like I should have explored more. Not here. I didn't realize that she'd be coming back here to sleep. This is her current home.
I guess what I want to say is... Chris, This can't just be our adventures anymore. People are in actual danger. Your dad is in actual danger. We can't mess up anymore. We have to tell someone. Someone closer to the shelter someone closer to the shelter codes. Someone who can help us fight. Chris, this can't just be a me and you thing. It needs to be... Are we adding in Noelle? Noelle's thing, too. Chris. Thanks for walking me home. Confound it.
Deltarune Chapter 5 by Toby Fox. Confound it! I'm running into the issue that I didn't realize that was taking her home. Like, I didn't realize that. I thought we were going to Castletown to save, so I missed out on a bunch of additional dialogue I could have gotten for probably, like, what if I'd gone down to try to go to the shelter? What if I'd gone to the graveyard? What if I'd gone to the other apartments? I thought she lived in, like, an apartment. Like, I should have put two and two together. The fact that she slept in Chris's bed, and there were hairs on Chris's bed last night. Or, sorry, this morning from last night. Susie slept at Castletown. So I should have realized. Oh well, this is probably good. I'll have to just go and check like someone else's playthrough to figure out. There's also, oh, Susie's changing back. Oh, and Lancer's on her shoulders. And Susie's teaching them how to. Oh, welcome, Noelle! That is so sweet. Her room for Noelle next to Lancer's. And then Susie's sleeping in her spiked bed, and Ralsei's gonna go and restock the fridge. Ralsei, you're such a sweetie pie. Wait, what? What's happening here? I thought this was the end. To be continued in Chapter 6.
Once upon a time, a legend was whispered among the shadows. It was a legend of hope, of dreams. It was a legend of light, of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune.
I'm gonna see if I wanted to reload, how far back would it put me? Top of castle, castle top. Yeah, I'd have to refight Flowery, and I don't want to do that. So, let's go back to chapter select. Next time that I play, it will probably be continuing my chapter 3 Snowgrave file. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna do this tonight, but I do still have like a Snowgrave file where I'm trying to beat the Roaring Knight. So that's what I'm probably gonna do next time that I play. But like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I feel about this chapter. Let me go ahead and probably close out of this. Like, this definitely felt like the longest chapter yet, but it could also be that I was trying to get like everything my first go around, whereas before I've been just like trying to get all the dialogue and not bothering with the secret bosses. So like, I got the egg, I got all those pink coins. Those pink coins were a side quest, and also trying to get the flowery dollars enough to have like food. And oh my gosh, speaking of food, whenever chapter, what is it, chapter 6, whenever that comes out, I'm gonna have no freaking food in the save file. Like, I'm gonna have none. All I'm gonna have are like a couple of, like, whatever is in my storage, because I used most everything on the pink fight before Flowery. And also, what is it, if I end up like playing this again, like I'm trying to think, or is there anything that I would do differently this chapter? Because like I do think that I explored everything that I needed or wanted to in this chapter, which I'm really happy about. And I really liked all the dialogue options at the festival, especially. The one thing I was really disappointed about is there isn't really an option to romance Birdly, which is like such a random thing to be like complaining about. But I am so irritated at how Chris was treating us in chapter 4. I made a whole like big deal of like, I'm gonna force you to date Birdly, but we can't do that. Which like, okay, fair. But I would have liked to see more Birdly, but I guess I see why Toby Fox wouldn't add more Birdly, because in the Snow Grape route, I'm assuming Birdly's still frozen. I don't know, but I'm gonna assume that he's still frozen. So like, I can see why he was very optional, and why some of these choices were ones where it's like it doesn't really impact the gameplay, just because, you know, that's probably easier to like program and write dialogue for if there aren't too many different changes between the different routes. Though I really do need to continue on my Snowgrave file so I can actually see what are the differences between these two playthroughs, because I think there probably are going to be divergences between the two. And the other thing that I was a little bit like had questions about was the Sans, the ice cream thing, where Sans like takes a picture of you three. I want to know, is this, but then Susie draws on Ralsei, right? So I want to know, is this the one that shows up in that workshop in Undertale if you like do all those specific tasks to get it? So like, I wonder if that's like a reference, and if that is, then that would strongly imply that Sans actually is canonically from Deltarune, which would be super cool. Like, I love the evidence of that. And the other thing I really thought was really interesting about this particular chapter was the acknowledgement of the knife. Like, that was really, really interesting. And kind of the implications that there's more to Ralsei than is like meeting the eye, I think. Like, he's hiding some stuff from us still. And like, I think I'm gonna side with him no matter what. Like, I think he's probably accidentally hit the microphone. But I think he's probably like good, I think. And even if he's evil, I'm gonna side with him. Because like, he's my favorite. He's been nice to me this entire game. And oh my gosh, I feel awful about Noelle though with her dad. Like, she's gonna feel really freaking guilty. Oh my god. Here's the thing. She didn't pick up the phone like right away because she was with Susie. And so she's gonna feel a great deal of guilt about that. She's gonna feel so guilty about like potentially losing like precious time right after, like before her dad died or when her dad died, because she was hanging out with Susie. And so that's probably going to cause some resentment. And also, how is she going to feel about the whole welcome Noelle thing that Susie's put on if, you know, she's grieving, like actively grieving. And I think that the thing towards the beginning in the chapel where you could ask like about what was it, raising the dead, I think that was foreshadowing what was going to happen to Rudy, because he fell down, and we all know that's Undertale euphemism for dead. So like, I want to know what's going to happen with that. Like, I feel awful, but like, I want to know, how is Noelle going to handle this? Like, it can't be well. I feel awful for her. And I think it's really interesting that there's also an option where you can choose not to walk Susie home. And what I'm curious about with that is that just giving you a chance to explore first? Or is that like an alternate route? Or is that just like a speedrun thing that Toby Fox gave us an out to skip dialogue for? Like, I really think I may actually like watch other people's playthroughs to get an idea of like, what is that? Because that seemed like a situation where that choice could have been very meaningful, or it could have just been like not in the grand scheme of things. But I'm glad I walked Susie home, because Susie deserves to be like walked home happily. Like, she deserves friendship. She deserves a sense of safety. She deserves a place of safety. And I'm glad that she's having a good time in the Dark Worlds, with or without us, because I guess Actually, how is Chris gonna handle tonight? Like, are they gonna tell Toriel that Asgore's mysteriously gone? Who's gonna figure this out? Oh well, I have so many questions, but I would say gameplay wise, this chapter did feel longer and harder, I'd say, than the earlier chapters. Maybe it's just because I was trying to be more completionist, but I felt like the jumping off of the flower part with like the parkour or whatever, that really reminded me of of Donkey Kong, like Donkey Kong Country, because I was playing that with my sister like earlier this month, and so like I felt like my skills from other video games transferred into this, but those were different skills than I usually use for like Deltarune and Undertale, so it was very difficult in that sense of like it's not what I'm used to and expect from this game. But Mad Dummy's fight, on the other hand, like the part where you like where he has like yeah, Mad Dummy's a she, yeah, because she has the female body. I apologize. I think Mad Dummy goes by she, they pronouns, I think. I'm not entirely sure how that works with the two different bodies. But when she did that concert thing where basically we're collecting the hearts and trying to dodge the things, like that one was like easiest for me because it reminded me the most of what I'm used to. And the dodging the bombs, though, that was a nightmare. If I ever get to chapter 4 again, which I presume I will at some point, I am going to collect as many revivements as possible. Like, for real. I should have been farming those. I didn't realize when I was playing that there was, like, a way to farm it, like, revivements. But if I play again, like, or if I get there on my Snowgrave route, I'm going to farm revivements so that way I'm not, like, stuck dealing without revivements on this chapter. Oh my gosh, I could have used more, especially in that flowery fight. And Flowery grew on me a little bit by the end of the chapter, but I fundamentally don't like Flowery. And I think it's interesting that this is the first character in like all of Undertale and Deltarune that I genuinely hate. Like, he's the only one that I've like genuinely really truly dislike out of anyone. Like, which is really interesting because Toby Fox does such a good job of making well-rounded, nuanced characters that even like the broken characters or the evil characters or the genocidal characters, I still find things to like in them. But Flowery, he just had that issue of like kind of being a Mary Sue, kind of at first, of like just he has all these perfect stats. He's overly nice to everyone. He's just, I don't know, like I didn't like how he was, just the words he was using when he was interacting with Susie like were iffy to me. Something about him was really off-putting to me, and I don't think even by the end of the chapter I have a very strong attachment to him. Like, I felt very sad about like the whole death scene, like that was very touching, but like I still don't like him. And I know a lot of people he grew on, because like when I've talked to my friends about this chapter, they've mostly had much more positive opinions of him than me. But I think I'm the weird one out. Maybe it's because I cosplay Ralsei, but like I just don't like him, especially because of how Ralsei didn't like him. And anytime that Ralsei trusts someone, I trust them immediately. And anytime that I trust Ralsei's like judgment. Probably because he's been nice to me the entire game. But yeah, maybe I'm biased. I'm probably very biased in that regard. But yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the chapter, kind of like decompressing after playing this. It did take me, I think, longer in terms of days at least to complete this chapter than any of the other chapters. But again, I was very completionist. I'm not sure if it's actually truly, genuinely longer of a chapter or not. But it's definitely a chapter that I'm glad I took breaks in between on. So yeah, sorry for rambling. I've had such a fun time playing, and I think I probably won't stream tomorrow night. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday-ish is probably when I'll return for basically continuing my Snowgrave route, and on that I'm on TV World. I finished the second board, and I think I'm still like exploring the TV World section. I'm trying to find the Peepus room. I think next playthrough is going to be when I find the Peepus room. So yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out the stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube, this VOD. Bye.